And now, kyrawr83 with Super Lesbian Animal RPG, our first one. Give it up, everybody!
Hi. Hello. How's it going?
Good!
I'm gonna get into the new adventure here. This is not the start yet. I'm gonna just select the correct difficulty, and now we're at the starting screen. All right. Okay, so welcome to Super Lesbian Animal RPG. I'm kyrawr83.
I'm Lori Bunnykins.
And this is the any percent run on easy mode. And I'm happy to just get started if y'all are.
Yep.
All right, are we gonna count down? 5,
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
So, this run this game is a pretty recent game. It might be the most recent one we have at this marathon. It came out in December 2022.
That sounds right.
An indie game that took a long time to develop because it was like one person developing, one person doing all of the music, one person doing like some of the character designs. And yeah, you'll see what it is. It's what it says on the tin. Super Lesbian Animal RPG. You can see the Super Lesbian Animals on the screen right now. It's the power of science is truly amazing. We're going to make the walk speed auto set to sprint and the text speed auto set to instant. That's not technically necessary, but it's just nice.
Otherwise, you're dealing with 2 hours holding the run button down, which is just good for nobody.
Yeah, so instead we just do 2 hours of holding the text skip button down.
Yeah.
This game is very nice because it has an auto built-in button to just spam through the text as fast as possible if you just hold it. Mm-hmm. So it's built-in turbo, essentially. And here we are learning magic, except Claire got attacked by a board while we were trying to learn magic, and so we're going to have to guard against it because this is a scripted fight. And guarding is the fastest way to get through a turn. So I guess some... We're just gonna have Claire hit the board. This game is divided into acts. There's 5 acts and a prologue and an epilogue. We're in the prologue right now, of course. And yeah, I would just say, first of all, if you haven't played this game, you absolutely should. And it's just very good. It's very story-based, so we're going to be seeing a lot of text here. We're going to see a lot of cutscenes. But we're going to be going through the text so fast that you're going to miss most of it. So you're only just going to be able to see what's happening and not what any of the characters are saying for the most part. So if you don't want that kind of spoilers, play the game first, but also you're here, so just watch. We have picked the Amorous Paladin path because there's 3 we can choose from, and none of them affect the game that we play here. None of them affect the run. So this is our main character, Melody. She's getting dressed up to be a paladin for the first time. And this is Allison. This is the Super Lesbians. Did you see it? They were being Super Lesbian. So we're gonna go out. There's Shadow the cat. Say hi to Shadow. And we're gonna do our first actual fight here. It's a humble hermit, and we're gonna attack him once, and it's going to die because we're on easy mode. So I like to think that I'm very good at Act 1, which is what we're in now, because I have routed out every fight down to the turn. And I haven't done that for the other acts because there's a lot of RNG, but this one I have all of the fights routed out, and I think maybe all of the dialogue options, like which one's fastest. For Jody, you pick the second one every time. This is Jody, by the way. She's the best. She's my favorite.
She's another super lesbian.
She is. She's going to be in the party at some point, but not right now. That's Beverly. Say hi with Beverly. Bye, Beverly. So we're gonna go find Allison on the hiking trail, and we are gonna go up the hill and make our second fight. This is the Hoop Snake. It has a very high dodge rate, so we might get a 4-turn fight, but if we get a crit, it'll be a 2-turn fight. And now, it's a 3-turn fight, which is the normal one.
Have you ever hit a crit on the 3rd turn?
Yes. Actually, I think my last run before this marathon was my PB, so I decided to just carry that energy into this one.
That's a good idea.
And speaking of carrying time save energy, this game got updated yesterday with some actually like really big updates for speedrunners that will save probably 30 seconds on the whole run. So I'll let you know when those moments come up. But yeah. So Melody is healing Allison's scratch on her arm, and then they're going to get beaten up again by a whole hound. This is a whole hound. It's a doggy in a hole. So you might notice that we are kissing Allison here. And that is... Oh. The dodges all around. And that is because... Wow, really? That is because we are... You get a stat boost if you are kissed. We're going to do that, and we're... I don't have... That's right. Can we get a 3-turner? Or not 3-turner. Alright, so that was a really weird... thing that was really lucky at the end and really unlucky at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, I want to hear y'all cheer if you want to see them kiss.
Yeah! I love this game.
It's a perfect game.
It's so good.
So now we have Allison. And she's in the party. She is going to be our main attacker throughout the game. This is a fight where we flee. If you hit a monster that you don't have to fight, you can flee it. It loses about like 3 seconds. It's not a huge deal, but you do tend to want to try to avoid them. There's a lot of places where you can actually get them like stuck in a narrow path, and you're gonna have to either push them or wait. I wasn't supposed to talk to Paula there, but now we're talking to Paula because I forgot the speed run.
She'll be important later.
Yeah, now you know Paula. I can fix her.
Can you?
I can fix her.
Alright, I'll leave you to it.
And now we're talking to Beverly, who is already fixed.
Who is already fixed.
She's perfect as well.
And the Super Lesbian I'm a big fan of. I will try my very hardest not to fix her and keep her the exact same way she is.
True. All right, so this is one of the dialogue options where if you choose the wrong one, it loses you a lot. Well, not a lot, like a few seconds, but it's a lot for a single button input that you can just skip. So we're talking to Beverly. We're going to try to find Claire because Claire has gone missing and Claire is a disaster. So we're going to go figure that out. We're going to grab 2 ethers here, which heal MP. We're going to be really low on MP throughout this whole section, so we're going to want to have those. This is Claire. She built a dungeon in Allison's basement.
And she's the best.
Besides Jody, yes.
She's the best.
We'll have to agree to disagree. There you go. This is true.
Yeah, we'll explain that.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. We actually skipped the cutscene that explains most of how she doomed the planet.
Yeah.
So
there are context clues we can still explain.
Yeah. So we're going into Claire's basement dungeon. We're gonna fight some dust bunnies. So Claire is our magic user. She's going to be very good for like attacks that are super effective, to use a Pokemon term.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. That doesn't matter that I critted, but it's funny. So in this basement dungeon, we're going to need 2 keys. One of them is behind this enemy, so we're just going to go fight it. And this is one of my favorite fights, because the optimal thing here is just to attack with all 3 of them twice in a row. So you just spam a single button throughout the whole fight. Speaking of single buttons, you can hold the enter button, the select button, throughout the fight to make it go faster. Which I did not know until embarrassingly far into speedrunning this game.
I don't think I knew that when I was learning at all.
Yeah, so, you know, lots of things. That's sort of a theme with our speedrunning community for this game, because it's very small. So we will often just like do things and then not realize that other people don't know about it. And we'll just be like, wait, that's way faster. But right now we're just fighting the biggest dust bunny of them all. Actually not the biggest dust bunny of them all yet, but oh, that's the wrong directional attack. So Allison has these directional attacks that can be very effective against certain enemies. And yeah, this one's one of them. She can use them by building up star power, which is the little star next to her you see. And Allison specifically builds up star power by attacking, as does Claire. Melody builds up star power by healing, because Melody is our official healer.
Yeah. In particular, Allison gets star power from physical attacks, Claire gets it from spells. It's just like something that's the character's affinity, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah. I just like instinctively went to split because I usually split. And so now we're going to do our first equipment. We're gonna give Allison her sword, which is just a wonderful thing. It's not that good of a sword. I just like it when Allison has a sword.
It's technically better than nothing. I think.
It is better. It's significantly better than nothing. It's just we're gonna switch it out very soon. So Jody is texting her girlfriend. There's something going down because we have just been locked out of our own basement dungeon, and so now we're going to go warp through reality into a cave because apparently that's a thing now. Don't worry, the characters are as confused as you are. And now we found Allison's photo album. You have to do this to progress in the game, so now we're just going to look at pictures of Allison. Yeah. This game is just like that.
It's just cute.
Yeah. And that's one of the many good things about it, is that it's just like that. So as you can see, reality is sort of falling apart right now. And now we're in this.
That one.
This is part of the game, don't worry. Just to be perfectly clear, this is intentional. And now we're gonna fight something. We're gonna fight a rip in space-time, actually. Yeah. I think it's. I honestly forgot how to do this.
That looks good.
Yeah, I think that was correct. I swear, I don't know how I forgot how to do it. Yeah, that was correct. I'm pressing the wrong key. I'm used to my little laptop keyboard, so this is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not that it's a good keyboard, it's not, but
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
So we get an overworld skill there. We get Purify, which is a skill that Melody can use in battle, but also it, again, can affect the overworld. There are a few corrupted areas that we can now get through.
Yeah.
Also, this is most of an egg.
Yeah, there's most of an egg. This fight is actually the only optional fight we take all game, and it is to make sure Claire levels up to gain a certain skill before we fight the boss in this area. Because the boss there is weak to ice attacks, and Claire only learns an ice attack at, I think, level 3? I don't exactly know the level, I just know that no, it's 4, I think. I just know that we need to take that exact fight to gain the amount of experience she needs to get to that level by that point. So that's the only optional fight you'll see us take the whole game. And now we're putting keys in places. We're looking for all 4 keys. This route is kind of weird to get all the keys, but it is optimal. You'll find that, yeah, that's good. You'll find that a lot of things in this game are kind of weird, but optimal.
This game's dungeons are very, like, kind of back and forth. You visit one place and then you're going to see it later. And I kind of really like this game's dungeon design for, like, you'll see things and go back to them, and it makes the dungeons feel, like, big without just having a lot of surface area that's wandering through nothing.
Yeah.
There's also really funny things you'll see. I think the maze is required, right?
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Oh,
I accidentally attacked the wrong thing, but that's actually worked out because Allison missed. So we're gonna figure that out. Oh shoot! I attacked the wrong thing. Misinputs in this game are fairly punishing. We're gonna make sure to catch the right thing again. We're gonna make sure to do the. We're gonna make sure to get it right. All right. So now Claire's out of MP, as you can see, after we defeated the Rip in Space Time. And as you can see, or maybe you didn't, she just learned Frost. We're gonna give her 2 ethers. We got a lot of ethers from that. Wow.
Yeah, we're getting good ethers.
That's wild. I think we got an ether from like every enemy. And we got less of an egg, which is an item drop from most of an egg, which is another MP healing item. So we're gonna be good on MP. I might actually skip the mega ether we're gonna grab later on, usually. So now we got our last keys in here, and we are going to fight what can most accurately be described as something. You'll see. It's weird. But this is the boss that Claire needs her little Frost spell for. So as you can see, it's something.
It's a computer-y.
It's the Core Guardian. Oh, we froze it. That's
nice.
That's not like super important, but it is nice. It just gets an attack for it. So as you can see, Claire's Frost is doing a lot of damage. It actually, if you take too long on this boss, it will go into defense mode, which is defensive, making the fight take way longer. So that's why it's so important to get Claire that spell, so that you don't go into defense mode here. And we beat it.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
4-turn fight there is very optimal. Thank you. And now we're gonna just sit back for a little bit. If we have any donations, now would be a decent time.
All right, we do have. There we go. Yeah, we do have a donation from Andrew A. 750. Kyra is a dear friend of mine, and I've always admired her for her creativity, positivity, and cheerfulness. I look forward to her run of SLARPG, and I'm so proud of everything she's done. This money goes to Kyra's Choice.
I don't know what the bid were. I know there's a tunic bid thing. Let's do that.
Well, we do have a few bid incentives open. For example, up next is Wildermyth. We have a Name the Characters incentive. We also have bonus gun percent run for Tunic. If met, the Tunic runner will complete a bonus gun percent run using the special code found on their Tunic Fox plush.
Okay. Let's do the Tunic one.
Tunic one? All right.
I can finally hear you.
All right, and make sure to check out the Team Fastest First merch store while you're watching the event this weekend. You can purchase a limited edition Fastest First Live at FWA 2023 shirt for only $20, with all the proceeds going to our friends at Animal Park at the Conservator Center. There are a variety of sizes and colors available, worldwide shipping, and unisex and women's shirt options. Shirts will only be available until the conclusion of FWA this weekend. Use the command !merch in the chat to get a link to the store.
Awesome. So to catch you up on the story, we met Javis, who is a weird VHS tape boy. He's very strange. I love him. He's also the worst.
He's the worst.
And yeah, and he's just been like, "Why did you destroy my beautiful weird place?" And we were like, "You trapped us here." And then he sent us home. And now we're in Act 2.
Yeah!
I don't know how. Okay, all right. 18-minute Act 1 is
good.
That's pretty average, I would say. Especially considering we talked to Paula, which loses like more time than you would think.
Yeah.
Another person I accidentally talk to sometimes is Mona here. She's the librarian. We're gonna talk to her later, don't worry. And by later, I mean in like a few seconds. But first we have to go get Claire, who is Pepe Sylvia-ing Javis, the VHS boy. And yeah, we're talking about just like figuring out what he's up to, because it seems like something that we should be concerned about, that the world just started falling apart in front of our eyes. So we're gonna go report it to Faith, who is the head of the, I think it's called the Paladins Guild.
Yeah, something like that.
Something along those lines, and she's also Jody's girlfriend, so that's why Jody was talking to Faith. Apparently, I don't actually know that that's why, but I think it is.
Something's happening.
Something's happening is the general vibe. Now we're gonna talk to Holly and get a magic staff that is apparently like canonically supposed to be Melody's, but we are going to give it to Claire because Claire is our magic attacker. Now we're gonna talk to Chet to get an appointment with Faith so we can tell her that reality is broken.
Hey, there's a lot going on.
And as you can see, Faith has been having a bit of a moment. She's got a cup of coffee and she also slept on the couch. She's just like me, for real. So now we're learning that Jody is missing. So that's our next little quest, is that Jody went out somewhere and we are going to go find her. But first, Claire really wants to go to Higgledy Piggledy's because Claire is super lesbian for Beverly. And so, yeah, we're gonna go talk to Beverly. Oh, and also because she works there. And she needs to get time off. But mostly because she's super lesbian for Beverly. You can do a side quest where you get them to be more super lesbian for each other, but we're not going to do that right here because that is a side quest. And now we're going to get some spells. We're going to go talk to Catherine, the cat, who also gives us spell books. We're going to get those two. And then I have my... Oops. Oh, and I need to... I'm all... Oh, shoot. See, this happens sometimes.
There we go.
Oh. I'm having a moment. Alright, this is like the easy equipment map. So yeah, I have a note card here actually next to me with all of the optimal routing for who to put equipment on. The auto-equip tool is very nice. It will auto-equip stuff for you based on what is most powerful, but sometimes it doesn't quite do the setup that we want, especially with the spell books, as you just saw there, because I had an absolute time with it. So, yeah. But now we have spellbooks. We gave Alice an Inner Beast, which basically gives her a more powerful attack for the upcoming fights. And we're not going to use it here because it takes her MP. Oh, okay. That's bad, actually, because that means the frog ball gets bigger, which takes longer.
Frog ball.
Frog ball.
But yeah, no, spellbooks are basically very good.
Yes.
They just give a character a new set of skills, really. And there's some really interesting ones. Not all of them even use MP.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure everyone that gets used in this route, but...
it's Inner Beast, which we gave to Allison, Spellblade, which we gave to Claire, which basically makes your standard attack turn into like a typed attack, so like fire or ice, are the ones that we use. And then we also use Chronomancer, which I will tell you about when we get to it.
Yeah,
but
we don't have it yet.
right now, we went to the Sun Goddess Shrine to try to find a way to melt this ice block, and she didn't give us any, but then we saw Bill, who is the Sun Goddess's merch guy, so now we have a spell for it.
Thanks, Bill.
That's just what this game is like, just to be clear. You get to meet the Sun Goddess's merch guy multiple times.
And he's great every time.
He's wonderful. This is Beth the Beast and Mary. You know, I think you can just look at them.
I love them so much.
How they look is how they are. And we're gonna get another fight that we're forced into that isn't a boss fight. We're gonna get this. We're gonna use Sabertooth Chomp, which is the Inner Beast thing that I was talking about. And I attacked with the... I meant to... We're gonna use this moment to give an ether to Claire, but then we're gonna... yeah. I forgot to use a spell with Claire and instead just attacked, which she's not a very good attacker, so... And before I do anything, I don't normally do this, but I am going to first aid on Claire and Allison because we're going into a boss fight here. And that is going to be a little bit dicey. This is kind of it's not the hardest boss fight, but it's a little annoying, so I want them to be good on health. Also,
Yeah.
This is my favorite song in the game.
It's very good. I don't know what my favorite is. There's a lot of good ones.
You see that door there that we just passed? We used to have to enter that for like 20 seconds to make sure we were able to unlock the fast travel mechanic. That is something that got updated yesterday, so I just saved 20 seconds based on an update.
Let's go. So this is the next boss, this is the Trash King.
Yeah, there is a lore reason for like why he's here and why we're fighting him, but we didn't go look at it because why would we do that? That wouldn't make any sense to like care. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do that. So the reason we're saying we use Frost, the reason we're saying we use Frost with Flare and not Scorch, despite me having to menu for it, is because it has a faster animation than Scorch. And so yeah, Trash King is just some bird. I'm gonna just keep healing myself as Melody. We're gonna start using directional attacks with Allison now that we have star power built up. And now I'm going to just attack, and we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that. Okay. Okay, so the trash bags are back, and the trash bags basically heal the Trash King. We're gonna do this again, we're gonna do this again, and that should kill him. Oh, no. That's gonna be bad. That's really annoying. As you can see, very annoying. We're gonna do this, we're just gonna try again. I think this should still kill. So yeah, Trash King doesn't actually know any spells, which is why I was not worried about that powerful attack. He was, he was trying. So Allison's a lot lower. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that, like I said, that fight can be really scuffed. So I'm not shocked that it didn't go great, but it's a little disappointing. No, we're fine. We're having fun. We're gonna go on this warp pad. We just found Jody's wallet, and then we saw this warp pad, and we were like, oh, this is probably where Jody went. But yeah, we're in the Celestial Wasteland now. It's a giant desert floating in the sky.
A giant mechanical desert floating in the sky.
True.
It's kind of wild up here.
Yes, very. Also, we, I think, got healed. I don't know exactly when we get healed, I just know we get our HP healed between the Trash King fight and the next one.
I think it's because we leveled up?
Yeah. So we're gonna encounter our first skater here. I like to call them skaters because,
They say see you later.
Yeah, well, we like to say see you later to them, but there's ones later that are on ice, and so we call them like ice skaters. So basically, if you hit the ones that are moving like that, you cannot flee from them. And so if you hit them, it's really, really bad because it loses you a lot of time. And now we're gonna fight. You'll see that mummy again. Yes, this will go on. Yeah, you'll see this mummy again. This fight is just blocking our way, so we want to get through it. But yeah, we're gonna do Gust, and we're gonna do Attack, and we're gonna do Scorch. This is one of the fights that I don't have routed out. I think I might have routed out. I kind of forgot what I do sometimes. But yeah, we'll just do that, and then we're gonna do Dive Bomb, which is Allison's most powerful attack, as you can see. And the Tombstone Drone has been defeated. Okay. So now we're gonna, I forgot to mention a spellbook when we were listing them earlier, but we were going to grab one here. It's called Magical Girl. Welcome to Magical Girl. It's a healing spellbook. We're going to put it on Melody. That's a tier of revival. I sometimes grab that, sometimes I don't. Just depends on vibes. It does what it says. This is very annoying.
Nice. Oh, okay.
So I knew I was going to get hit by it. I just wanted it to not get on one of those narrow paths, because they always go back exactly 2 spaces, and I think it's going to do it here and block me off. Yeah, see, now it's blocking where I need to go, so I'm just going to have to wait for it. This is very annoying. Very, very annoying. And so that's why I keep waiting for these guys to get out of the way. We're doing this little button puzzle that, you know, pretty standard RPG puzzle, but it's kind of fun. There is one fight down here that we are going to be forced to take. As you can see, you're getting a nice showcase of all the enemies that can be spawned here, but no, we're gonna see down here. This is the fight we have to take. We're gonna kiss Allison, she's gonna attack that, and you're gonna Scorch. So as you can see here. Allison and Claire are very low on MP, so I am going to heal them up on that before the next boss fight. And we're going to do Scorch again. And the attack we're using with Melody here is Gust. It's, you know, her only magic attack right now. We're going to do Dive Bomb here, and we're just going to see what happens here. Oh, I thought that would kill it. I was wrong. I think doing the directional attack would have been better there. Oh, that's annoying, but I think we're good. Yep. Yeah, we have, come on. Yeah, there we go. So that's a really annoying fight. It can go a lot of ways, and the robots have mana stealing spells, so we're gonna... Oh, that was annoying. That's fine. We used all our ethers, but we don't need any more after this point, so it's fine. I accidentally used the Mega Ether on Melody, which I didn't need to do. It'll be fine. Welcome to this place. There's a robot here. And it's big, so we're gonna see if it knows where Jody is. It's attacking us. We're using Saber-Tooth Chomp here, and we're gonna use Frosty. So the fun thing about this boss is that on turn 3 or 4, I can't remember, it's one of the turns around there, it summons a boulder. Oh, I forgot to equip. That's bad. I forgot to equip before the fight. We'll be okay. Everything's great. I guess we'll equip right after. We're gonna just use First Aid instead of our typical Magical Girl spellbook that I was supposed to have on Melody, and I didn't because I made a mistake.
There's the boulder.
There's the boulder. So we want to not have that hit us, so we're going to have Claire kill the boulder. You can kill boulders in this game.
They're weak to ice.
So this is why we want to have Magical Girl on, because Magical Girl has a heal all spell. It recovers HP to all the party. Not all of their HP, but to every party member. So this is a little icy, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay, right?
Yeah, I think we're good from here.
Yeah.
You don't even need it.
I don't even need it. I'm good. Oh, everyone clap really loud for Jody.
There she is!
She's so cool.
My favorite character's on screen right now.
Same. Finally.
Mine's been here the whole time.
Yeah. No, Jody's very underrated. And
I love Jody.
She's the best. There's a commonly passed around meme in the Super Lesbian Animal RPG fandom where it's like, Allison is who you want to be, Melody is who you think you are, Claire is who you actually are, and Jody is Jody. But Jody is just like me for real. I relate to her the most because she's a tiger and I'm a lion, so it checks out.
Big cat energy.
Yeah. Oh, Jody can let us go over these spikes because she's just the coolest ever. This is also her theme song, and it's very good. Okay, so yeah, I kind of missed a plot beat, but that robot we fought was just malfunctioning, and now is our friend, and her name is Cliff. Speaking of people who we fought but are now our friends, we're going to see one come up here in a second. But right now we have to watch an undead gunfight. It's delightful. Anyway, this is the mummy we fought. She's also a named character.
Yeah, this is Neff. This is one of my favorite little just writing moments this game has. The mummy enemy we've been fighting is not different mummies, it's just this guy, and they're not even evil. They're just chilling.
We're going to do some equipment here. I need to make sure I get the right equipment. One time I missed a ruby spear, and it like lost me so much time. Okay, now I got to get to my equipment, which is going to be that, and then we're going to give Melody, whoops. Oh, who has Magical Girl? Allison has Magical Girl. Okay, I gotta get that, and then we're gonna get that, and then we're gonna get that. Okay. Like I said, spellbooks are really annoying to equip because they do actually have like an auto-equip order, but it's not really what you want it to be for this run. So my note card here, which has all my equipment routing on it, has a lot of auto equipping on it, and then also just like move around the spell books to the right people. That's basically what it is. And now we're talking to Allison's mom, who is just here apparently.
She's like the hero of this town in the story.
Yeah. And Jody is also the hero of this town.
There's a lot of heroes of this town.
Yeah. Because you also have Glyph, who's the mayor. Yeah, we fought the mayor of the town, but they also re-elect the mayor every week because they're all undead or robots. Yeah, this is a funny little game. And now Allison and Melody are at the inn and are super lesbians, and our HP just got healed, but also it got healed like a couple minutes ago. So it's really redundant, but we do have to sleep. This game mandates that you sleep, which I also mandate that you personally sleep. Make sure to sleep.
Like right now? Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, good night.
Good night. Do you want to double check spellbooks?
Double check spellbook. Good idea. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Wait. Nope, we're not good. Thank you for reminding me. I would have had them on the one. Okay, we're good. We're good.
I had a moment where I was like, I wasn't sure, 100% sure of the current equip, and I was like, is that right? Oh no.
No, the thing is, sometimes you have Chronomancer on Jody and Spellblade on Claire, and sometimes it's the other way around, and it's just really hard to tell what to do. And so I always mess it up. But given that Jody no longer enters the party at level 1, which is what she used to do before the update that came out yesterday, we should be able to get this next fight in 1 turn, where we used to only get it in 2 normally. And now we're in the Neon Labyrinth. This is basically where Javis is going to have a conference about how he's going to be mean. Yeah, so it's going to be
he's going to do a lot.
Villain. And we're going to skip that cutscene, but first we're going to fight a color wheel. So this is the Chronomancer. Yeah. Chronomancer is by far the best spellbook, and I think it's really funny that the optimal spellbook oh, by the way, Homestuck jump scare. I think it's really funny that the optimal spellbook to use in the speedrun is the time-based one. I just think that's delightful. But yeah, speed up basically lets you do multiple standard attacks in 1 turn. It doubles up your attacks, which is great for Allison, because Allison is the party member that we just buff until, like, no tomorrow. And so we always speed her up. Yeah.
It's basically just like no downside. Hey, what if your best damage party member did more damage for free?
Yeah, exactly. And now we're trying to find out how to get to the conference room, because we need ID badges to get in, but we don't have them. And so we're going through this paper maze. This is just what this game is like. I keep saying that. It's just like this, and I love it. We're going to speed up Jody. So these are 2 tears in space-time. They're pretty scary because they can corrupt the party, which is like the confusion effect in Pokemon. Okay, and Melody can't be corrupted, so that's fine. We're gonna just attack that. We're gonna go here. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. I think that might get it in 1 turn. Nice. Not quite. Okay. And now, when you have an enemy low, you just spam through attacks because Allison will kill it. You can always count on Allison. And so now we're going to go turn on the sand switches, which will help us switch the sand. There's Jody. Woo! Thank you for telling me I did a great job, Jody. I will cherish this moment forever.
Yeah, in terms of that finishing fights with Allison, though, the speed in this game is like a thing, kinda.
Yeah.
For the most part, your party members are like gonna have the same speed, but then there are some skills, usually like status-related skills, that will take priority.
Yeah.
So,
like healing typically does.
Yeah, healing, and I think speed up too.
Yeah, speed up goes first. Jody's crack in the armor, I think, has the highest priority, but I'm not sure, which is a skill she learns way later on. Hold on. There's a little pinchy. Say
get
goodbye
to the
little
level
pinchy.
where you learn that?
Yeah. So we're gonna grab a star fruit. That's gonna be helpful later. It's not entirely necessary, but it will make things faster, which you'll be shocked to learn is why I just picked it up. And now we're out of that room, and now we have our key to get into the next part. This is a place that every single speedrunner has gotten lost on in their first run of the game. It is just a thing that when you speedrun this game, you will get lost in the Neon Labyrinth. And now we're 8-bit, because this game is just like that. And then, speaking of this game just being like that,
and now we're Game Boy,
and now we're big,
and now we're large,
and now we're little, and now we have a key. that is an entirely forced necessary
this
mandatory part of the run. You have to do this. And I say that with just pure praise. You have to do that.
These are really good sprites. I like them.
Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna go navigate the top part, which is full of enemies that will try to grab you. And you can flee all of them, so it's fine, but it can be a little bit annoying. And we're just gonna do a bunch of sand switches here. I think it's just fun that there's sand switches. I don't know why. I think sand is funny.
It's like, yeah.
Sand is kind of funny.
I'm trying to think about sand, which is a very funny sentence already.
Exactly.
What's going on in the sand?
Yeah, okay, we're good on MP. So
Yeah.
this is the Singularity. It's a mini boss. Oh, no, don't speed up Melody. Speed up Allison, and then we're gonna speed up Jody.
Jody's kind of, in terms of battle archetype, a bit more of a tank attacker, where Allison is a bit more of a glass cannon.
Yeah.
But Jody still has really good damage, so it's like, might as well hit stuff.
Now that Jody doesn't enter the party at level 1, this should be a little bit more consistent of a fight. This should kill it. That was very fast. Thank you. And we just found the ID badges, so now we can get into Javis's Evil Conference.
Of evil.
Yeah. I think all conference meetings are evil.
I do too. I literally, the day I got to the con, I had a meeting at my work. And then, like, instantly as soon as I got home, I was like, well, time to go.
All right, so we're going to see something here that was discovered completely on accident. It is basically you can set up the game in a way based on like internal switches. If you crash the game or die during this next boss fight, it will leave on a switch that allows you to skip the next cutscene. This was found completely on accident, and it saves like I think a minute or like a minute and a half here. So it's very important to have that.
So
this is the Gumball Goliath.
Wait, so if you just like die once at any point ever in the game on any playthrough?
No, on this one specifically.
On this boss specifically?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. This is not the only boss that does that, by the way. We're gonna first aid Claire. I think she'll be fine, but I just want to be safe. Because this is a marathon.
Yeah, of course. I do think if you die, you do get prompted to go, like, start the fight over.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to boot you back to your back save, or your
Yeah.
last save, but that doesn't mean dying's good, you know?
Yeah. And I don't think this will kill. The fact that I had to heal Claire was kind of weird. Yeah, that's a little... Oh, come on. One more counter. Oh. So the counter that just happened there was because of the right back at you charm that we picked up and we put on every single member of our party because it is overpowered.
It's literally just 20%, 10?
25%.
25% chance to just counter something.
So the right back at you charm is so good because when you counter attack, not only does the attack not hurt you, it also hurts the enemy, and if you're Allison, it gives you star power. So it's just way... I I meant to pick Let's Stop Fighting. I'm sorry, Claire. That was mean of me. I meant to pick the different dialogue option. But yeah. So we're trying to get out of this just place that Javis has put us in after that cutscene. Basically, what we found out in the cutscene that we skipped is that Javis is trying to corrupt the planet we live on for Queen Verena, who he's working for. We'll see her later. You'll find out about her. And Paula from earlier, who we accidentally talked to, is working for Javis because she's not a very happy person in general.
She's just really mad.
Yeah, she's just always angry.
And also our teleport pad is not working anymore.
Yeah, we had to go up there and check that, and now it's not working. So we're gonna go to the Mumford mechanic because we're like, we have to get back to Greenridge before it gets corrupted. Greenridge is the town we started in. It's our hometown. It's a cute little place. We're gonna talk to Ipsy, who is the technician goblin, which just great character concept. Technician goblin. No notes. 10 out of 10. Yeah. So we're gonna go to the control chamber. And we're going to get some encounters in here that we can't flee from. However, we also can't finish the fight, and you'll see what I mean. So basically, we're going to try to work up this teleport pad. This place is also full of just loose mana, which is, magic power. And I would liken to how the game describes it as a gas leak. So love is in the air, wrong, gas leak. So these guys are going to attack. I countered both of those. That's really weird. But yeah, after the first turn, he just goes away. And all of the enemies in here are like that. And we're going to try to get as few encounters in here as possible. 3 is how many I normally get. You can get only 2. You can get as few as 1. But this is our second. This is our second, and we're probably going to get the 3rd. And the mana leak is going to get to Melody's head a little bit here in a second. Come on, don't hit me. Yeah!
Nice.
And so we're going to go into this repeating room. Literally, no matter where you go in this room, it will be the same room. So, and I think canonically this is a hallucination, but I don't actually know, and I don't think I'm supposed to.
If we're not hallucinating yet, we're going to start soon.
Exactly. And so we just go back and forth between the rooms.
Yeah.
Okay, here's where we start hallucinating.
Okay, now we're definitely hallucinating.
And this is an important cutscene, but it's also an important cutscene for the story, so let's get some donations.
All right. There we go. Yes, so up first we got Wrath Hyena with a donation of $10, saying, Kyra is amazing and my favorite 2-time winner.
Hell yeah. Hello, Wrath.
And we also have Logan C with a $5 donation who says, hello to Kyra and Fastest Furs. I love Kyra and how passionate and fun she is around everyone about everything. SLARPG was one she shared a lot of passion for, and I love it a lot, especially the music.
Thank you, Logan
Less
C.
than 3. And also a quick reminder, we do have a bunch of upcoming bid incentives, like naming the characters in Wilderness, petting the dog in Hades, and of course, the bonus gun percentage run for Tunic. And of course, the Fox Color bid war in Tunic.
3.
Act 3!
Woo!
We got there at like 47. That's a decent Act 2 split.
We're gaming.
Wow. Okay.
And now we're on the beach.
Yeah, we found our way back. This is pretty close to where we live, so we're just gonna dodge all these encounters and just go there. But yeah, we're doing pretty good on time. I will say that our estimate for this game was made like a month after the game's release and before we found a lot of time saves, so we will probably obliterate the estimate.
We need all the time we can get.
Exactly. I'm like, I was gonna say, we could change the estimate, but I was like, we don't have to change the estimate. We could have some extra time. All right, we're gonna go to Green Ridge. Oh, we got there too late. Green Ridge is bonked.
At least it's the color of the flag now.
True. I hadn't thought about it that way. I'm sorry.
I hadn't either. I didn't even remember the grass was pink here.
This is going to be a very pink section of the game. This is the Paladin Brigade. That's Holly, who we got the staff from. That's Provence, and that's Rhett. They are they're fighting puppies. What can I say? So, Glitch Ridge. There you go. There's going to be a lot of glitchy monsters around here, all of which we're going to try to avoid, except for the ones that are in front of the buildings that have people in them, because we are currently on a rescue mission to make people not stuck in compromised buildings, and by compromised I mean the door doesn't work anymore because it's glitched. Speaking of glitches, you're going to see a fun one after this fight, and it's not an actual glitch, it's a story glitch, we'll call it that. We're going to speed her up. We're going to speed her up. We're going to do that. Okay. So we're fighting the recursive loot scooter right now, which is just a very fun enemy. Just as a design, I like it. It's just a snail and a snail and a snail and a snail. It's weak to Scorch, but I think we're gonna get it in one turn here anyway. I decided to get the Terran space-time first because it can corrupt you. We're gonna go rescue Joy and Sherry, whose building now looks like this. It goes across the screen. I think that's a funny way of having a glitch be a glitch. That's Clinston. Bye-bye, Clinston. Clinston is one of Javis's 4 sons that he made from himself because he's a VHS tape. And the fact that he had 4 sons inspired me to put them on the cover of Weezer's Blue album. And
I got sent this like a week after the game came out, by the way.
It's perfect. So we just rescued Mona the Librarian. Who is not a big fan of Claire, but we rescued her, so maybe she's a fan of Claire now.
Probably not.
Oh, that was a good enemy dodge. That one's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
That's a nice one to dodge. Okay, now we're gonna rescue the Leons, who we got the spellbooks from. We're gonna try to get rid of the Dark Horses first, because they attack twice. Even though the Helper Jelly can heal them, we're gonna get them in one turn, so it's like completely inconsequential. And we're gonna kiss Allison, and she's gonna attack there, and you're gonna do that, and you're gonna do that. I don't know the optimal way of fighting this. This is just the way I've always done it. So, and it gets it in 3 turns, so that's good. I love doing that at the end where you just spam the attacks. It's perfect. It's beautiful.
Very satisfying for sure.
Extremely satisfying. And so that's Pepper, and she's sort of evil like her grandfather, so she's gonna be fine against those monsters. So we're just gonna leave her there. That family will figure things out for themselves, I promise you. I really like that family's dynamic because it's the supervillain grandfather, the aspiring supervillain granddaughter, and just the very tired mother. So we're just trying to get this rescue mission done. All of these fights are in front of the buildings that we need to be in, so it's like the whole thing. Oh, that's very lucky to get that crit, and then we've already started moving on to the Core Guardian. It is pretty funny when we get a counterattack, but the counterattack misses. It's like, okay, what was the point of all this? Okay. Wow. I don't think I normally get that in 2 turns because Jody's normally lower level, so nice. And this is Beverly. As you can see, Claire is super lesbian for Beverly, but neither of them are willing to admit it yet. And so Claire is just going to sit there for a second. Because Claire is a disaster and I love her. Alright. Now we're going to go try to get to the Paladin Tower. Oh, they blocked it off with corruption. And Paula's
Bear.
Big Bear. I can fix her. And she told us, haha, nerds, you can't get into the tower. And so we're going to go into the basement dungeon that Claire made, because Claire accidentally saved us. So we're back in the basement dungeon, and we're going to go in the secret entrance in the back. That was always there. You can go there when you go to the basement dungeon for the first time. And Jody and Faith are seeing each other for the first time in, I believe, multiple canonical days. So that's cool. Yeah, so we're going to go into the Guardians Vault here, which is the vault of the Guardians. And this is a little bit nerve-wracking, especially on a keyboard that I'm not familiar with, because there are areas in here where you have to avoid traps to avoid having to do a fight. And it's a lot tighter than you'd expect it to be, so I'm going to be very careful around there because I really just don't want to have to deal with that. But first we got to get a key, so we're going to go do that. You're going to see a lot of key getting in this game. It's one of the main mechanics. Yeah. Okay, so here's the traps. We're going to be very careful, right? It's really hard to see them on the floor, but I promise you they're there. They're the little, like, slightly darker squares with the diamond in the middle. When you know what they look like, it's easy to see them, but when you don't, it's not.
Yeah, like on your first playthrough, you're probably going to hit most of them.
Yeah, I hit all of them on my first playthrough. And I think I hit at least a couple of them on my first speedrun. So we've just been getting some equipment through here. I was hoping to avoid it. Oh, I did. Okay.
Nice.
Usually if that one sees you, you're just screwed, but... Alright, so here is where we're going to do the biggest optional detour of the game. We're going to get a completely optional key to go to a completely optional treasure room, because the treasure in there is so good. Like, it makes the rest of the speedrun pretty much. I used to not do it. I used to be like, that's probably not worth it, right?
It is.
It's so worth it. It's so worth it. We've been trying to figure out a way to route this out of the game, but haven't figured it out yet. So we go to the treasure room. We have to get we just got the key for the treasure room, and now we have to get the key to get into the boss fight later. So we're doing that now. We got the weird key. I like that it's called the weird key. I think that's funny. And now we're going to go back upstairs for our detour to go into the treasure room. It's a whole saga. All right. I'm going to be very careful here because this is another trap room and it's way tighter. Whew!
There we go. Nice.
I don't think I've ever... No, I think I've hit that once in a speedrun since I started, like, getting good. But it's still very nerve-wracking. Because you really don't want to have to do an extra fight. That's our secret code to get into the treasure room. You can go to, like, find a book that tells you the secret code, but also, we just know it, so...
Yeah, it's not randomized each playthrough or anything.
Yeah.
The classic, funny.
493. Can we get like a $4.93 donation train, by the way, for that?
Get a $493 donation.
Oh, or that. I mean, you know, whatever floats your boat. So we're looting the treasure room. We get that one chest because it's a pocket healer, which is a charm, which is the item slot that the right back at you takes up, which we are always going to want to have, so we don't really need an extra charm. Yeah. And now we're going to do some equipment in a second, but first we get to see Allison yell sword.
Sword.
Oops. Okay, now we're going to need to do that, and we're going to need to make sure the spellbooks are right, which they're absolutely not. Okay, that's correct. Alright, I'm going to be... This is another area where you can get caught up on those enemies. They can get stuck on the bridges and keep you stuck there for a little while. So, it's very nice to not hit them. Or at least not hit them onto the bridges. And now we're going back downstairs. We're finally done with our little detour. I'm just making sure I got everything. I did, I think. Yes. Oh, I want to heal. No, I don't. We're good. The game, I think if you're under half of your hit points at this point, it will heal you automatically. by character. We're gonna Flame Blade Allison. This is gonna be our first use of the spellbook, Spellblade. No, not our first use. We used it in the Gumball Goliath. But Paula is weak to fire. Oh, nice. And now we're gonna, I guess, we're just gonna do that to be safe. Oh, right, we're gonna use this, and then we're gonna speed up Claire. So this is where we start going from speeding up Jody for fights to speeding up Claire, because now Claire has the Flame Wand. Flame Rod. There we go. And that basically makes her standard attack the same, almost the same as the Scorch spell, just like slightly weaker. And because speed up applies to standard attacks, it makes her able to do a pretty decent attack twice in a turn, or twice in a turn. So we're just sort of very much using the hell out of that Chronomancer because it is overpowered. Okay, so you can see why we have Magical Girl on Melody now. We're gonna actually use Magic Missile because I want to. It's slightly more powerful. Oh no, it's not because it is. Okay. Paula, I forgot Paula's weak to magic. That was a pretty good fight.
That was good, yeah. That fight is actually like... This game, for the most part, when I played through it casually, I wouldn't call it too hard, but that is one of the harder ones. Like,
interesting.
Casually, I think, on a normal level curve.
Yeah, it's not one of the harder boss fights. And
there are some pretty hard optional fights.
Yeah.
And in a run, I guess, yeah, there is some harder stuff, but I think that was pretty hard for me when I played.
Yeah, also here, those are Javis's 4 sons on the screen. You can imagine them on the Weezer Blue album cover, to call back to earlier. And we're going to enter like a 3-minute cutscene here, so if we want to get some donations in, that would be a good time.
All right. And again, I would like to inform everybody that we did open up a new bid incentive for Hades, Pet the Dog More.
Woo!
Yes. Yeah, up to 10, you can donate $25 per pet, up to 10 more pets. So we do have, that's going to definitely open things up a lot more. So Team Fastest Furs would like to give a massive thank you to our host and sponsor for our first ever live event, Furry Weekend Atlanta! We are proud to be part of FWA's amazing weekend of programming and hope that everyone watching online considers attending the event in the future. Make sure to check out their website, www.furryweekend.com, and follow them on your social media of choice to get updates about future FWA events.
All right. Just to recap that scene, Javis summoned Queen Verena, who is also the goddess of magic, apparently. And she's here to take away our magic, but first, to prove that we don't deserve to have our magic taken away, we have to fight her at the top of Mount Sappho. Yeah, that's basically what happened. And also, we're about to find out that it's kind of Claire's fault that this is all happening, because she stole a spellbook that actually used to belong to Verena, and used some spells from it, which Verena found out about somehow. Anyway, that's basically all that happened. Yeah, this cutscene's pretty long. We can do whatever we want now.
All right, well, Fastest Furs live at FWA 2023. We'll be raising money for FWA's chosen charity, Animal Park at the Conservative Center. Animal Park is home to over 70 animals representing many different species around the world. The park believes that people are more likely to become invested in conservation and wildlife preservation for a species after meeting them and learning about their inherent value. To learn more about the park's animal ambassadors, please visit www.animalparknc.org/about/residents.
Wonderful. So yeah, our hallucination's back. She's basically the voice inside of our head. And by the way, when I say these are cutscenes, these are like very good and important story beats. But as a speed run, they're cutscenes. But they're well written. I just want to point that out because I feel like I'm dismissing them a little too much. But yeah, we're about to end Act 3 on a pretty decent pace. I have my splits written down on the back of the note card. Act 4. Woo. Yeah, so that Act 3 is, as you might have noticed, pretty short. I sometimes like to call it Acts 2.5.
It's very important in the story. It's probably like one of the more important story ones because it's where a lot of character moments happen for the second half of the game. But yeah, no, that just leads to a lot of cutscenes in the run.
Yeah. And speaking of character moments, Melody and Allison had a fight, so now Jody's going to be leading the party because neither of them feel up to it. All right. This is sort of a moment of truth because this should be open. Yes, it's open. This is part of the update thing where we didn't have to go through the store earlier. But yeah, that's very nice. So now, I didn't realize this cutscene still played. All right. Well, it's slightly shorter than last time. So it's still fine. It's still fine. So we got a critter from the well. That'll come in handy later. But right now, we're going to go meet Zinnia, who is Faith's mentor, top tier characters. Good
Amazing
character. Good
character.
And Zinnia lives in the Flurry Mountains past the Polychrome Caverns, so we're going to get through here. I do not normally get to dodge that enemy, but I don't normally hit that one, so it balances out. You got to see Lil Wiz, though. There's Lil Wiz with a little beard. It's so nice. Yeah, so this cave is basically, we don't do any fights here, we just try to avoid enemies, and we do try to get the star fruit. You can hit enemies up to 5 times in this part of the game. Sorry, 6 times. And we're currently on 2 out of 4, so that's all right. Yep. All right. 2 out of 5. All right. All right. Only 2. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. We're about to meet Zinnia. Jody's gonna knock. It's Zinnia. There's a dragon. So this is actually part of a very long stretch where we just have like no fights because we didn't have any fights in there. We're going to do a little bit of backstory here. And then the party's going to split up. And it's going to split up into 2 teams, Melody and Claire and Jody and Allison. And we're going to do 2 different parts of the map as those 2 pairs. And in the Melody and Claire part, they don't do any fights either, and that's the one that comes first. So we just have a long time of just moving around the world. And now we're going to get some backstory about how Zinnia and Verena actually know each other, which is kind of a spicy plot beat. But yeah. Okay, so we are going to do some equipment with Jody and Allison here real quick. Where we're going to do... Oops, that's not Allison. And we're going to do Claire, and then we're going to do Jody, and then we're going to do Allison. Okay, that's correct. So we got the spellbooks right. And now we're going to go into the Flurry Mountains. So this is where some ice puzzles come in. We're going to be sliding along ice. Once again, pretty, like, if you've seen an ice puzzle before, it's that. And our task here is to collect dragonberries for Zinnia to make tea with. So that's 1 dragonberry. And this is basically where we have Melody and Claire have a little moment together, and Jody and Allison have a little moment together. It's also one of the most stressful parts of the run for Jody and Allison. It's supposed to be like calm and like, you know, relax and just like chill out for a little bit after you just found out you're gonna have to fight the goddess of magic. But no, Jody and Allison have an absolute time of it. So there's a lot of little puzzles in here. Not getting hit by that enemy is really nice because that one can get stuck in a way that's extremely annoying. And so here's the ice puzzles. You cannot change directions on the ice. Pretty standard stuff. And now there's blockages and all that, and so yeah. We're gonna pick up a little bit of equipment in this section as well. But right now we just got to get through this. Of course, because this is a speed run, I know all of the solutions to the ice puzzles ahead of time because yeah. I was hoping I would completely dodge that one. That one can be also very annoying because there's a narrow path there, 1 block wide. This is Minecraft. 1 tile wide. That the enemy can get stuck on. I think you saw it earlier on the scaffolding in the Celestial Wastelands. You can see the skater up there. This one is actually skating on the ice and not just running around. If I touch that enemy, we will be forced to fight it. We cannot flee from it, so I'm not going to touch it. This one's very, very easy to avoid, though. And we grabbed a picnic. So first of all, we grabbed a frost rod, which is basically like the flame rod that Claire has, but it's ice. We're gonna put it on Claire after this and put the flame rod on Melody. But we don't need to do it right now, so we're not going to. There's the Wintry Witch, by the way. I just like the enemy designs. They're kind of fun.
A lot of the enemy designs.
There she is again. Good. Goodbye. She's just a little kitty. All right. So that was all of the Dragonberries. Hopefully. Yeah. You don't really know if you have all the Dragonberries until you get to that point. So, you know, typically you can just not forget the Dragonberries, but sometimes you do, and that's annoying. And Claire tripped, so Melly's casting a healing spell, and they're having a little moment. Okay, and now on to Jody and Allison. Please be nice. If you ever see me just like pause in the middle of the path, it's because I'm trying to avoid an enemy that's right there. I don't know if that's really the optimal way of doing it, but I do know that like waiting a second for an enemy to pass is better than actually hitting it. All right, here's our first fight in ages. We have to do this. This is actually one of the hardest fights in the game. You wouldn't think it because it's just like, you know, a couple of guys, but because you don't have Melody to heal you, it's really dicey in the speedrun. Especially when they do that. So we're gonna do that. This is like the only reason you should have healing potions. Okay, it didn't freeze her, so that's fine. We're gonna do that actually. We're gonna do Flame Blade. Because that Snowbat is low and... or Snowman Bat? It's something like that.
Snowbat Man.
There's an enemy earlier in the game called a, called a Snowbat, and so they made a Snowbat Man for this part, which I just think is silly. Now we're gonna... oh, can't do that. Okay, yeah, we're just... one of these is bound to hit. These enemies, the bushy-tailed bandits have... thank you. The bushy-tailed bandits have a really, really high... or not like really high, but it's 10% dodge rate, which is, like, I think the highest of any enemy. So that fight can be really, really annoying. Luckily, they mostly behaved. Had to use a couple of potions, but what can you do? I won't need them for later, probably, hopefully. So we're gonna get this lever. So this ice puzzle over here was actually changed in a recent update. And I don't know if it's any faster or slower than the previous one. I think it's like basically the same speed, but yeah. I have to imagine it looks satisfying to somebody who doesn't know the solution to watch that puzzle just like disappear. But
These puzzles are really cool.
yeah. There we go back. So, next key is in the top part here, which we just unlocked by flipping both of those levers. So we're going to grab Dragon Berries. We're going to grab a key. And we're also going to grab the Silver Plate Armor because, I don't know, it's right there. Might as well. It's good defense. Yeah. Couldn't hurt, right?
Just a reminder, we do have some bid incentives for you all to donate to. Pet the Dog bonus pets for Hades, where you can pet Cerberus for an extra 10 times. Put some money toward that. And, of course, the bonus gun percent run for Tunic. If met, the Tunic runner will complete a bonus gun percent run using the special code found on their Tunic plush. And I cannot wait to see that later. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, me neither. Yeah, that sounds fun. We just passed a pretty dicey skater, because unlike the one with Melody and Claire, that one is like directly in our way, and it's also going to be directly in our way again here. So we're gonna have to be pretty careful about when we decide to get on the ice, because we need to get up here, and I'm just gonna go for it. And we got it. Oh, we got it. All right, that one's like, it's pretty consistent to get that, but like the traps in the Guardian's Vault, it's just like very nerve-wracking, because if you mess up even slightly, you lose like 30-45 seconds, or you die in this section, because we were low on health from the bandit fight. And now Jody and Allison are having a moment. And they're going to actually have to do a boss fight, which the game is going to very mercifully auto-heal us for, which is why I'm not worried about our health right now. So we're going to do the same strategy on the second Paula fight, where she's just hyped up on magic. Just really... She like had always denounced magic, but now she's just like, I'm going to use it against you because I don't like it very much. Yeah, so we're going to use Barrier on Allison because Allison is a little fragile. She's a bit of a glass cannon, same as we did for the bandit fight. Because Paula can be a little scary. And we're going to do Flame Blade. Because Paula is still weak to fire. Because she is a polar bear. She is meant for cold temperatures. If you set her on fire, she will not like it.
I mean, I know a lot of people that aren't polar bears that probably still wouldn't like it if you set them on fire.
I'm gonna need a citation for that.
All right, I'll get it.
This will work. Allison's just a little low there, not particularly fun. Ooh. Oh. The counter actually finished the fight. So yeah, in that fight you only have to get her to half health. So that we finished by countering, which is kind of funny. Yeah. And now we took Paula back because she kind of... The reason she only got to half health before she just passed out is because mana is bad for you. It's a gas leak. I wasn't supposed to... That's fine. Fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. That one's not a bad text box to mess up. So we're taking her back and trying to talk some sense into her, and she just dips. I can fix her. And now Melody and Allison are going to make up. Fun fact, before this point, between their fight and now, if you entered a fight with them together, the Kiss Allison and Kiss Melody skills aren't there, which is just a... would be very sad and also inconvenient because it's like one of the most useful skills. But we don't take any fights in between there, so it's fine. And now we're daydreaming. All right, now we're Verena. This would be a decent time for donations.
Okay, I'm just going to check real quick. And keep in mind, we still have a lot of wonderful bid incentives for you to donate toward. Aforementioned, petting the good boy Cerberus more. A bonus percent gun run. You can also, for that Tunic run later, you can choose the color scheme for the Fox in the Tunic run. And of course, up next, our next run is Wildermyth, where you can name the 3 characters used in the Wildermyth one. The top 3 options will be used, and so far, we've got PB, Rotim, and Badger.
Those are good names.
I mean, someone's going to snipe us with like a mushroom, maybe.
Yeah.
One of those, yeah. And the final run for each day of Fastest Furs live at FWA is a bonus run that you can unlock with your donations to Animal Park. So we have already reached 2,000 by the end of Friday, and Cody7737 ran Metroid Prime Any %. And if we reach 5,000 by the end of today, Mr. Chow Time will run Stray Any % glitchless. We want to show you these amazing speed runs, and you want to see them. So make sure to make a donation to Animal Park if you're able, and to help us get these runs added to the schedule. We're currently just under $3,600, so get your donations in.
Get them in. All right, so we just unlocked a bunch of stuff. We unlocked both. We unlocked the. We got the Dragon Key, which unlocks Dragon Doors, which will help us unlock another skill, which will help us get to the next boss fight. But first, we have to get to where we need to go. So this is sort of new routing for me, so if I mess it up, don't make fun of me.
You won't mess it up.
If I mess it up, it's not that bad. It's like, I'll just go back. So we're going into the Uncanny Valley, which is a wonderfully named little section here. We're gonna need this key for a bridge later, and please be nice.
Nice.
Cool. And now we're gonna go down here, and we're gonna try to pick up another critter. Ooh, I think we'll be able to get through here, right?
Yeah. You can go down, I think.
Yeah. Like I said, kind of new to me, this part. Okay. All right, little buddy. Well, there's Poison Frog Ball, and just a flaming pine cone. We're going this way. Yep. You didn't see that. We're going down back into the Amber Woods, because we are going to want to grab a critter. Oh, and also the thing we need, the bloom. So, if you play this game normally, you will have seen these flowers that you can't walk across for the entire game and be like, oh, I wish I could walk across them. But this is the first time we're seeing them.
Yeah, if you notice the text box, we picked up Bloom and Melody just yelled, finally! Because that's going to be everyone's reaction.
Yeah.
And then you're picking up the critters. Also, you picked up 2 now.
Yeah.
There are 8 in the game, and there's a little, like, kind of village in the Uncanny Valley where for every 2 critters you pick up, you can pick up kind of a super equipment for a character.
Yeah.
And I believe we are only going to get one of them, so we only need those 2 critters.
Yeah, we just get Claire's. We could, like, try to get more, but the equipment isn't, like, that helpful for the run, aside from Claire's. We used to get Allison's, but I was like, why are we getting Allison's? So I changed it to Claire's. Because Claire, especially once we started using the strats where we speed up Claire towards the end game, because she's going to need to do a lot of damage. And now we're meeting Noel, who is the plant. That's all I got. No, they are the, like, I guess, like, owner, question mark, of the sanctuary? It's not entirely clear. We're just gonna get a hat and leave.
Yeah. And
we're also gonna buy a hammer. And now I gotta do my equipment. Auto equip. And then we're gonna put and then we're gonna go that, and then we're gonna do that, and then no, wrong one. We want Spellblade. Because we're gonna actually, I don't know that we need Spellblade, but we have it now.
Yeah.
We mainly just need to have Claire not have Magical Girl, because we're going to need it on Melody later, so we're going to want to have that on hand, not equipped.
Yeah.
But right now we're just going across the river. And now you're going to see why we picked up those 2 star fruits earlier, the one in the Neon Labyrinth and the one in the Polychrome Cavern.
Yeah.
Because coming up here is a boss that only can only be damaged by attacks that use star power, which I explained earlier on. And star fruits are an item that, in battle, completely fill up your star meter. So we're just going to instantly be able to attack it with like powerful attacks. And that is why you are not ready. Okay. Yeah, we're going to use star fruit. And then we're going to barrier Allison. Okay. Now we're gonna go to Gus. Oh, whoops. That should be yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna go. And then we're gonna use multi-cross actually. And then we're gonna barrier. I'm kind of going on slow on this one.
That's alright. And yeah, our usual Chronomancer strats, since speed up only applies to the basic attack, it doesn't really work here because we need to be using star power.
And we're gonna discard.
Which I don't think we ever explained how Jody gets star power once she joined the party. As the tank, she gets star power by getting hit.
Yeah, and also by casting barrier. Barrier also is why she has star power right now. But she doesn't have any star power attacks right now, as far as I'm aware. And yeah, we're gonna take.
And also that's the same reason we're using the like the AoE magic skills here is because they use star power to cast. So
exactly.
Pretty easy fight with the star power, the star fruits rather.
Yeah.
But it can be tricky if you don't have those.
Can be quite tricky. All right.
With that, we are in.
Yeah.
Act 5.
Woo! Woo! And we're going to climb Mount Sappho now, like we said we would. It's a lava mountain. That's what it is. It's got some ropes in it. We're going to need 2 keys to get by the door down there. So the first one's down here. We get to push mine carts. That's kind of fun. Come on, be nice, be nice. Oh, it is being a little bit nice, isn't it? Wow, that is really weird that it didn't see me.
Well, now on the way back. Oh, wow, nice.
That's very lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we're gonna see up here. So this is maybe the hardest movement part of the game.
Oh, this.
Yeah, if you hit any of these, you will be forced to fight them. And there's one that's really fast up here. All right.
Nice.
It hits you as you go off screen, but it doesn't count it because otherwise it would be impossible.
That would be a really funny way to make like a forced fight. But
yeah. But luckily they've spared us. So we have 1 key right now, and now we're going to do our hopefully only fight of this section. We're gonna speed up Claire, interestingly, because Allison is going to use lightning kicks.
Yeah, Allison after that last fight learned lightning kicks. It's AoE. It does I think a weird combo of magic and physical.
I think it's just one.
I think it's purely physical, but it kind of has like a weakness chart attached to it, like most magics do.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine that Allison is still in lava fury. Oh, that's not as bad. But Melody's going to use Scorch, and Jody's going to attack it.
Yeah,
so
okay, we're good.
That one's very easy to get in 2 turns, and basically impossible to get in 1, so it's pretty forgiving.
There's a key.
And by impossible to get in 1 turn, I mean with the equipment and levels that we have right now. All right, back. Okay, nice, nice, nice. We're gonna go for it? Yeah.
Nice.
I think I actually hit one of those in my PB, so.
Yeah. Probably. Those are really tricky.
And now we're gonna go see what's up here. Oh, we know who this is, right?
Yup.
It's our boy.
It's him.
The weird little guy.
The weird little guy.
And now we're in, I would say, the second scariest part of the game, for fighting at least. I might save here. Because now all we have is Allison. items, which means we have no way of healing other than items. And I use all my healing items in another part, so. But this one's pretty easy. We're gonna use lightning kicks again. Oh, nice. There's a very high chance that one of these will spark a counterattack. We're gonna do lightning kicks again. Swapping Melody's color palette, despite her not being here. Oh,
Nice.
Cool. I mean, I was gonna get it anyway, but
So easy to take less damage.
I'm not gonna save here, but I am gonna grab this Mega Potion. Because here's the Dark Horse. It gets to attack you twice in a turn, and hopefully one of them counters, or it can do that. That's fine.
That's fine.
Cool.
Also, we never explained this, but hammers, you have a hammer now in Allison. You did mention hammers, but they actually do have a mechanic attached to them. They tend to be the highest damaging just equipments, but if a character's holding a hammer, they can't be holding a spell book.
Yes.
So, fortunately, with speed up, we still mostly want to just physical attack anyways with Allison.
Yeah, we weren't exactly going to be using the spellbooks for Allison, so we're going to do lightning kicks.
Yeah, it's just a notable little trade-off to point out, I guess.
Okay, that's a little bit scary. We are going to do another lightning kick. Counter. Okay. I'm going to just be very safe here and use a Mega Potion, because I was on a good run once, and I didn't potion, and I died.
And then you got your counter, though.
Yeah, I got the counter, so it's basically the same amount of time anyway. So, And now we found Melody, because Javis put us all in jail cells. I forgot to mention that. It's maybe a little important. But yeah, we all got separated, and Melody found her way out, and Allison found her way out, and now they're having a moment.
Also, just a reminder, Team Fastest Furs wants you to know that all revenue from Twitch subscriptions and cheered bits received during this weekend event will be donated to Animal Park. So please consider subscribing now to get our Fastest Furs emotes featuring the always adorable PB the Cheetah. And don't forget to check and see if you have your free Twitch Prime Gaming sub available. Also, we are still accepting bids for Hades coming up later, the Pet the Dog bonus pets. Woo! Got some claps for the service, the bestest boy in all of gaming. A boy so nice he had to be thrice.
Exactly. Now we're doing these weird path things. They rotate when you push the gem. And as Allison, yeah, we're good on HP. Not MP for Allison, but Allison doesn't need an MP right now. Oh, by the way, Melody is now yellow because the color wheel swapped her palette. Did you remember that the color wheel swapped her palette? Did you forget that the color wheel swapped her palette?
I love the color wheels.
Whoops, we're trying to do speed up. The fun police officer, not the fun police officer, but the fun police officer, declares no fun sometimes, which means you can't use your skills, which is now on Melody, which is going to be a little bit dicey. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. We're just missing everywhere. And we're going to need to, right? Do we have a potion? Yeah, we have a Mega Potion, that works. We're going to do that. We're just going to get rid of this guy so he stops declaring that we aren't allowed to have fun. And we're going to do speed up again, we're going to do that. So the Cosmic Warrior here is a little weird because it can only be damaged by physical attacks, so we're not going to be able to do a ton with Melody considering she has an item that makes her attacks all magical. So we're just going to use Melody to make sure Allison doesn't die. And we're good. And here's Jody. And now we're going to find Claire, but the reason we had to get Jody first is because to get the key to Claire's cell, we have to cross spikes. Did you remember that Jody can unspike an area? Because she can. And I'm glad that that enemy did not follow me onto that bridge, because if it gets stuck there, it gets stuck. And you can't go anywhere. And you can't do anything about it other than just keep pushing it. And there's Claire. if you talk to the chest before Claire, she gets mad at you. And the party's together again. So now we're gonna go actually climb Mount Sappho for real this time. Or climb the rest of it. Okay, let's go there. That's fine. This enemy was nice to me about the bridge up there, so I don't mind that it decided to say hi. And we're in here. And we are going to grab a picnic set. We grabbed one in Mount Flurry Mountains. And basically it's a full party heal for both HP and MP, but you can only use it outside of battle. The Cosmic Spectre is like the Cosmic Warrior, but you can only damage it with magical attacks. So we're gonna have Allison and Claire deal with that. Alright, we're gonna need Melody to be a little bit of a healer right now. Especially with that. Wow, okay, we're gonna use Second Aid. There is indeed a skill called First Aid, and also a skill that's Second Aid, that's that, but more.
You're not allowed to have mana.
No, but Allison doesn't need to. Let's see. We're gonna do Scorch here, and we're gonna go. And we're gonna use the picnic set after this anyway, so it's like. Oh, cool. Yeah, after we routed Claire to be one of our main attackers, that fight got way easier because it used to be Allison and Jody, so we had like no geared up magical attackers. So once we did that, that fight just got so much easier. Oh, I just pushed it onto the bridge. What am I doing? What am I doing? The best thing here is to just push it further.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why you don't like to push them onto the bridges, because then they do that. Oh, come on. But now that we have all the stuff lined up here, it's defogged. And I'm going to use a picnic set now. So we all have MP and are just nice and happy and healthy. And we are going to revisit some old boss fights, except only one that we've actually done in this run. We're going to be talking to the Gumball Goliath again. So it took us, I think, 4 turns to beat it last time. Just keep that in mind. Yeah. Now it took us 2 turns, and one of the turns was just Allison hitting it once with a hammer. And we're getting keys to unlock the next room. This next part is another trap area, because if you step on the traps, it will make you fight gold armor, and 2 tape triggers, which is, oh, it's kind of hard to see on the screen. Oh, almost over inputted. This is why we have to be careful. Okay, we got it. It's a little scary. And the last one. So this is, I guess we kind of seen this one before. It's Big Dust Bunny, but even bigger, and pink. No, we're gonna actually use this. And we're going to do Scorch, and we're gonna speed up Melody just because I think she needs a turn. And she has the Flame Rod, which does a lot of damage to this guy. Not actually more than Allison though, which is okay. Got this, Claire. Okay. So that's the boss rush done. Boss rush.
We did get a donation, and an anonymous donor gave us $25. We are still taking all kinds of bids for, again, petting Cerberus in the Hades run, Wildermyth naming the characters, and of course, gun percent, run. Gun percent, gun percent, gun percent.
And we're going to skip that cutscene because that's the other time you can skip a cutscene in this game. And now we're going to go into the worst fight. Just the worst one. So Javis is really, really, really annoying. I meant to save before him, but oops. I do have a save that's right before him, so like if I die, it won't be the end of the world, but it will be extremely annoying. And it will not be a valid run, of course. But we're not going to die to Javis, are we? But as you can see, he's really, really annoying. He does a lot of damage. He can corrupt you. He summons like these alternate versions of your party who use your own attacks against you. It's very annoying. I'm going to barrier Claire just to be completely safe. Yeah, and he can corrupt. Yeah, like I said, not fun. Not good stuff. Not my favorite. And I'm going to Dragon's Cure, and we're gonna just be safe with Allison here. Yeah, she attacked the right person. Okay, Melody's gonna die. Bye-bye, Melody. Oh, Jody should survive this, right? Yeah, okay, but just barely. And we're going to use a Tear of Revival on Melody just to be completely safe, because she is our only healer. It's a little bit dicey, I'm going to be completely real with you. I'm not having the best fight right now. But you can't corrupt Melody, so nice try. And we're taking it back. We're coming back. Please be nice. Okay. So I am going to just do this again. And we're going to use Magic Missile because I think that's a little better. Please. Oh, bye-bye, Claire. She's not going to survive this. Okay. Well. I think we can survive without Claire. Especially without as many oh, I should be doing Dive Bomb. What am I doing? We're like really close to the end anyway, and Glitch Melody. Oh wow, Glitch Melody does not normally attack, and that's really annoying. And I haven't been using Crack in the Armor either. We're gonna use Revive on Allison, and we're going to use Crack in the Armor. This is a really scuffed fight, as you can see. Not my favorite. Oh my god. We're gonna use Dive Bomb again, and we're gonna just attack. Mission finish it off. There we go. That was really scary. That's the hardest fight in the game, so we're through the thick of it. And we only had 3 of our party members die at some point. Obviously, Jody survived because Jody is a tank and Jody is invincible. Let's see, and we don't need more. We just need the picnic set. And so now we're going to actually fight Verena, which is what we came here to do, but Javis made a whole thing about it, so. The Verena fight is, it can lose time, but you're not going to die during it, in my experience. It's going to be fine in terms of finishing the run, is what I'll say. Probably, you know. I've never died in this fight, but there's always time for a first, I guess. We're going to use Frost here because we're going to start by speeding up Allison. See, Verena doesn't do like as much damage as you'd expect. I think the story reason for that is that she's going easy on you. And we're going to make sure to do this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to speed up Claire. Verena also has this move called Blink, which Claire also has, interestingly. But basically, she disappears and you can't attack her, and she can't attack you, like that. So I just like to use this for status moves. So we're gonna, I don't know, Paladin's Gift to Jody. And we're gonna Kiss Melody, and we're gonna attack boost Allison, and we're going to Barrier Claire. This is the time to get all your status moves in, because, yeah. So that Paladin's gift is actually specific to our Paladin path, which we chose at the very, very beginning of the game. You almost never use it, but because it was in a weird spot there, we did end up having to have that be a thing. Oh, I should use Cracking the Armor with Jody here, real quick, before I do anything else. Because she has the star power for it. So Cracking the Armor I haven't explained yet, but it is... Oh, are you kidding me? We're going to use Resilient Aura. We're going to use... I don't know. We're going to do that again. We're going to do... I don't know. What could I do? Attack boost on herself, and then we're going to use Speed Up. When Farina blinks, it loses a lot of time. But Cracking the Armor lowers the defense of the enemy, as well as does a decent amount of damage. Also, this boss fight theme is very good. Just putting that out there. Now we're going to use Lovely Aura, we're going to use an attack, we're going to do this, and we're going to use Cracking the Armor. This should do a ton of damage on this turn because her defense is down. That's scary. Luckily we have that all-party heal from Melody, who is the backbone of this run. Oh, now magic is boosted, so that's nice. So I'm going to use a magic attack as Melody. And Jody has a little bit of mana to speed up Alizma. Claire's doing a ton of damage right now because I had to attack boost her herself. Three of Pentacles can give you status effects, which makes it extremely annoying, so I'm going to use Second Aid on Melody because I just don't really want her to die. You might be shocked to hear. This is the second to last fight, just to give you an idea of where we are. Oh! Okay.
She's fine.
Yeah, everything's great. I think, yeah, her defense returned to normal, so we are going to Cracking the Armor again. We're getting really close on her now. This should burn all of us, I think. Yeah, that's annoying.
Most of us. Oh, wait. That one's already...
No, we can't do that. We don't have the mana for it, so we're just gonna spam through it.
Should be fine here. Woo! Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so like you said, tricky, but risk of losing is minimal. You did almost have characters die, but that's just because she does a lot.
Yeah, she does a lot, but never enough to kill you most of the time. So, and if she kills one of you, you can always just revive with Melody. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're doing our strategy of talking to Verena instead of like fighting her now. Just being like, hey, are you good? And it turns out she's not, so she's gonna go to her room because Javis lied to her. So she's kind of out on the plan of taking away everyone's magic. She's like, nah, I'm good. And so now Javis is gonna get a little power hungry. And we're gonna have to fight him again, except this time he'll be biblically accurate. And so he just kind of blew out this whole mountain. And now we're in this. And we are not going to do any equipment or healing before this because we're going to get extremely overpowered here in a second. And if we have any new donations, now would be a decent time. Or if you just want to talk, let's go in.
That's perfectly fine, because I don't know if you've been checking out in our audience, some people have been wearing some very snazzy Fastest First t-shirts. So make sure to check out the Team Fastest First merch store while you're watching the event this weekend. You can purchase a limited edition Fastest First Live at FWA 2023 shirt for only $20, with all of the proceeds going to our friends at Animal Park at the Conservator Center. There are a variety of sizes and colors available, worldwide shipping, and unisex and women's shirt options. Shirts will only be available until the conclusion of FWA this weekend. You use the command !merch in the chat to get a link to the store.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, so we're about to fight biblically accurate VHS tape here. I think you saw him. He's a bit of a monster.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're not kind and you don't rewind.
True. And now we're gonna get Superhero Melody and Superhero Allison. I don't think these have official names. I think there's actually a line in the game about we don't have a name for what that's called. So we're going to do a little bit of a thing here where we speed up Allison so that she can get some star power. And that's not going to work. Okay, that's very annoying that that happened on the first turn. But basically, the reason we need Allison to have star power is because... are you? Okay. But we're going to do that. So the reason we need Allison to have star power is because... 1 second. Gotta figure something out. We're going to do that. We're going to do attack boost on her. Now that we have that, we're going to do speed up. It's because this little eye in the star that you can see on right above him right now is going to switch places, and Allison's directional attacks will do a ton of damage if you hit him in the right place. And so I'm going to do Cleansing Light because I have a little bit of extra oomph on me, and we're going to do Cracking the Armor. Cracking the Armor is very helpful to have. Alright, now we're going to get to the real fight. We're going to do, I don't know, we're going to do another one, I guess? And now we're going to do that. We're going to do Frost, and we're just going to attack. So the strat here is kind of to let Claire and Jody die, because they don't do a ton of damage, and you have to like wait for their like turn animations and stuff, so it's really not all that fun. We're just going to do that, because I don't want to use that right now. Yeah. And he's being really mean about letting them die. Oh, there we go. Jody did it for us because she's corrupted. And we're gonna do, yeah, we'll do that. Let's do that. This fight's a little bit weird. It's just kind of hard to manage your star power. I really need Jody to just stop. We're gonna do a Cleansing Light. I like to save that for. Oh, I could have kissed Allison for when he puts up a glitch shield, which will be that. Yep, that's really annoying. We're just gonna do that. We're not gonna go all out on him when he's shielded like that. The Cleansing Light breaks the glitch shield, so we're gonna set up for that. So we got Cleansing Light, we've got Hell Kick, and we've got Cracking the Armor. That might actually get it. Because Cleansing Light does a lot when he's shielded.
Yeah. Yes. There we go. Woo.
And that's the last fight. The time is coming up in like a few minutes because we do have an epilogue to get through. It is part of the run. You do have to move in it. But there's no more fights. And you get to hear a good song. So, there's that.
No GGs. Chat, save your GGs for the end. We'll let you know. But I would like to inform everybody that Anonymous Donor has given us $50. Woo. And they say, looking forward to plushie %.
Heck yeah. Speaking of plushies, oh, they all got moved.
Yeah, we got, yes, if you're joining us live at Furry Week in Atlanta, we do have a whole little table of plushies underneath our big old projector screen.
And then they got moved back here. They're in the camera now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
now
nice.
they're in the view of the
Yeah,
camera. Okay,
they were
that's
under
good.
the projector day one, but now they're on camera.
Yeah, the lion there, I don't know if he made it, but that's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically we talked to Verena and she's like, you know what? I'm kind of done with this like being evil thing, so we're just gonna chill out now. And she's gonna give Javis a talking to because he was very rude, trying to become a god. It's a very, very rude thing to do. And so we're just sending him away. He's not here anymore.
And remember,
Go ahead.
and remember, every cent donated, whether it is a Twitch subscription or some bits or just a regular old donation, they're going to Animal Park at the Conservator Center. Fastest Furs live at FWA 2023 will be raising money for FWA's chosen charity, Animal Park at the Conservator Center. Animal Park is a nonprofit independent zoological park located in Burlington, North Carolina, whose mission is to educate people, care for animals, and advocate for species. They have been in operation for 24 years, supporting wildlife education and conservation. To learn more about their mission and programs, please visit www.animalparknc.org.
Wonderful. And we are coming up on the end here. We used to think you actually had to go to visit Zinnia when Allison told you to. You don't. And now we're going to go eep. We're going to go eep.
Time.
You can see Shadow there. Shadow's eeping at the foot of the bed, little kitty. But yeah, time is coming up here in a couple of seconds. And time.
Yeah!
Thank you for watching. That was a decent speed run.
Yeah, that was really good.
All right.
Almost a whole half an hour underestimate. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to, I don't know if we do shout outs here.
Yeah,
but
of
I would
course.
like
Yeah, go right ahead.
I would like to shout out Preston for making me these paw gloves. My hands sometimes get sweaty when I run, so. But it's really cold here, so this time. But thank you. And I would like to shout out my dad and my sister and the rest of my family. And yeah, and I'd also like to shout out the dev team for this game, who did just an amazing job with just like a couple of people making this huge game. It's really impressive. That's all I got.